Hello lovely people, my name is Anita and this is my sewing channel, Sewing Yogi. I just thought today I would squeeze in a cheeky Friday sews before the end of the month. We're days away now from the end of the month and the beginning of February, so I thought I would just do a quick update of where I am with my makes that I had planned for January, and also there are a few patterns that I have bought recently in numerous sales, and yeah, I think there's one piece of fabric that I have bought that is for one of the patterns, but apart from that I am trying to use as much of my stash as possible. So I kind of had an idea in my mind back in sort of December time that I have accumulated quite a bit of fabric, and I just seem to be buying more fabric, and I need to just use up the fabric that I already have, and I have plenty that I can use, so there's lots of stuff that I want to make with the fabric that I have. So you'll probably see those plans for February as to the next things I'm going to make. So on to the things that I'm making this month. The garment I was making the last time I recorded a vlog, I was making the Mccall's dress, and I can't remember the number off the top of my head. I haven't got the pattern to hand, but it's a Mccall's dress, and I'll put it along the bottom here. And I was making it in a John Caldor fabric that was gifted to me from Minerva. So I've not finished it yet. I have got a little bit to do on this. Hopefully I'll be able to get this finished before the end of January, but we'll see. So I am at the stage now where I have got the bodice piece all finished, and I have the skirt attached. I haven't got the tiers on yet, and I haven't got the sleeves on yet, but I am at the stage now where I'm about to put the sleeves on, and it's literally just putting the tiers on then, so it's pretty much nearly finished. And I am actually really loving it. I mean, the colour is not probably coming up right at the moment because we have no light now. I'm filming this at the end of the day, so the light is all gone, but I love this dress. There is a slight issue with pattern placement, and you can probably see, I don't need to point it out really, it's quite obvious. Didn't even think about this before I made this or put my pattern pieces out. I didn't have enough fabric to really be fussy about where I was putting the pattern, to be honest. And so I pretty much just about got this dress out of the fabric I had. So I'm going to have to just live with this and hope that no one notices. And hopefully once I've got my sleeves on, and that it will look so lovely that no one will notice that I have some dodgy pattern placement going on there. But yes, so I'm loving it. And this version, I've decided not to bother putting the elastic in the back because of time, and also I actually thought it doesn't need it because you've got these ties at the front that go around and ties at the back here, and with the elastic being in there and the gathering, it kind of just looks a bit odd in the back when it's tied, if that makes sense. So at the moment it's kind of very big and billowy, but I'm never going to wear it without the ties being closed, so I just thought I'll eliminate that bit. And then the next garment I was making was a black dress because I had no black dresses at all, and we are going to a funeral next Monday, and I wanted to make something for it. I thought it would be nicer, a nice personal touch to make a dress for this funeral. Obviously it's not a happy event, but you know, I thought it would be nice just to make something, and I've been wanting to make this dress a while. And it's basically a hack. Now you're not going to be able to see it very well because of the fact it's black, but it is literally a Audrey top, and oh, you can just about see that there with the knot tie, and I have put on a skirt, and I'm literally, now you can see the pins at the bottom. I'm just working out what length I want it. I did have it a little bit longer, so it was just below my knees, but I'm thinking it just looks a little bit drab. I can't really get away with sort of below the knee kind of sort of length dresses, I think. not all dresses, I think it's more fit and flare dresses that I kind of look a bit like they're just sort of drag me down a bit. I don't know what it is, but certain dresses that don't look right. And because I'm wearing tights, essentially I think I need to take it up a little bit higher. So it makes it a little bit more flattery. And I'm just working out, I've only basted this in at the moment, I'm just working out whether I need to take it in at the side seams, because it is a little bit big. However, I'm thinking, I think I'd prefer it just to be a little bit bigger so it's a bit more comfy to wear. But anyway, that's where I'm at with that, and that's nearly finished anyway. So that's all I've got to do with that is hem it and do the hem the sleeves, and then that's finished. And I am actually really loving that. So yeah, and then on to my patterns that I have purchased, and I received some this morning from Minerva. So Minerva were having or are still having a Butterick sale. So I think it's 50% off all their Butterick patterns. They had another one which I think may have been around Christmas time or the end of December, can't remember now, which was Mccall's, for Mccall's patterns. It might have been before Christmas, where they had 50% off Mccall's patterns as well. And I think they also had a 50% off Quick Sew patterns. I think I may have purchased some in that one as well, but I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been a pyjama pattern that I purchased in that one. I'm going to go through these quickly because there's quite a few that I have accumulated. But yes, so first off, purchased this pattern, which is the Lizette pattern by Butterick, and it's a coat pattern, and I think I had seen this pattern was it last year? I think hails from names escaped me. I have no idea why, because I watch it all the time. Anyway, I'll put the thing across the bottom. She made this coat, I'm sure, last year, beginning of last year, and I really liked it. You have a collar here, which is a big sort of funnel neck collar. Then you have a sort of pointed collar, and then a rounded collar. I quite like the rounded collar actually. And then you get pockets. They're all the same length, I think, but you probably could adjust them to your length that you needed. And there's buttons down the front, and again, princess seams on this one. So it does say on the pattern it's a fitted coat with princess seams, back yoke, with forward shoulder seams, two-piece sleeve, collar, and pocket variations. Optional top stitching. So yeah, top stitching. I'm not a massive fan of top stitching, but I may give it a go. But yeah, I quite like that one. And I have got loads of coat patterns. I mean, I've got stacks of coat patterns. But I think I said in my previous vlog, you can't have enough coats, in my opinion. I think I've got probably about 10 coats. I might have a few more than that. And I know that some people might think that's a bit mad because, you know, some people have only got 2 coats and they think that's enough, whereas I like coats. So yeah, and then the next pattern, sorry, they're all down there. I haven't got a table to put them on. I suppose I could put them there, but I'd have to spin round. I wanted this pattern, and this pattern, again, is a Butterick pattern. However, it's a Palmer and Pletch pattern. And I think this pattern you can also buy from Mccall's, and it's exactly the same. So I'm assuming that Palmer and Pletch have gone and said, let's spread this pattern around the different places. I don't know, I don't know how it works. But it's the same pattern. So on the Mccall's pattern, it has this picture on the front, and I wanted that pattern when it was in the Mccall's sale. And I can't remember what happened. It was in my basket. Then when I put everything through the checkout, for some reason it just disappeared and it didn't go through. And then of course I'd already bought everything, and I didn't want to have to just buy that on its own because I'd already done the posters and packing and all that kind of thing. So I was a bit annoyed that I'd missed out on it. However, when I saw that the Butterick patterns were on sale, it had this one, which is exactly the same. So it's a cowl neck top. And I really like the idea of having the cowl neck top. It's a top that I don't think I've ever bought one. So I thought, well, I'm going to give one a go and make one, see if it fits me or suits me or whatever. And I quite like the idea of it just being in as a nice top to wear with jeans, or, you know, like a bit dressier to go to go for a meal or whatever, or to the pub. But yeah, so I'm really pleased I bought that one because I recently purchased the Sew Over It Cowl Neck dress, which I know you can make into a top. And I had seen that Rachel from Stitched Up had recently made that pattern and said there was a bit of an issue with the front part of the top, that it doesn't have a facing, so all you're doing is just turning over the front, and she thought that that was just a bit rubbish because, you know, it can flip out. And that put me off then, thinking I don't really want to make that one from Sew Over It if that's going to be the issue. So that's why I wanted this one, because this one does actually have a proper facing. So yeah, I'm really excited about making that one. And that one I have fabric for. I have purchased fabric to make that one. Hopefully I've made the right decision on the fabric, but anyway, I'll show you after with that. I'll show you after that fabric. And then the next pattern is, and then this is the Butterick 6674. I love this style. I already have the pattern by Mimi G, which is the Jessica dress, which is very similar. You have the buttons down it, the pockets, and this actually comes with a tie, waist tie. But I prefer the straps on this, and it's like kind of like a rounded neck, because I find with the Jessica, you either have to have a strapless bra on, or you have to wear sort of straps and try and hide them underneath the thin straps, which is a bit impossible. So I kind of like the idea of this one, and you get a version with a little frill around the neck, a shorter version, and then a long version, and in this pattern you get a little bag, which I think is really nice. You get a bag pattern with that. Might give that one a go, maybe, if I've got a spare 5 minutes. But yeah, I really like that one. I'm really chuffed I bought that one. I've never seen that one before, and I haven't looked at any pictures on Instagram of anyone that's made it, but I'll have to have a little search. And then again, I was obviously pining for the summer when I bought these patterns, because this is another summer dress. And this one is Butterick 6051. And again, it's got lovely long maxi dresses in. Still obsessed with maxi dresses. So if you can see the line drawings on the back. And again, it's a really cute dress. Now, this one here at the front, I think looks a little bit like the Ravello from Sew Over It, which I have got that pattern and I still haven't made. I love this one with the sleeveless version. It's got like a cross across the front, so it's like a wrap almost around the top. That one has sleeves. That one, I don't know what the difference is. Oh, that's just a standard bodice on that one. But I thought that was a really lovely pattern. Now on the back for the fabric choices says jersey and cotton. So I don't know if that means that you can use a cotton fabric and jersey fabric for that one, or did they mean to put cotton jersey? If anyone knows what fabrics you can use for this one, I thought I might Google it, or look on Instagram, see if anyone's made it. And then another pattern that I bought recently. Now this is the Simplicity pattern, and I think I bought this from Hobbycraft, because Hobbycraft were doing sales as well on their patterns. And I did buy quite a few in that one, and I sent some of them back because I was having a panic about how much money I was spending. So there was one pattern I sent back that I wish I hadn't sent back now, but there you go. I'll just wait for it to be another sale again. So this one's a Cynthia Rowley dress, and it's 9098. And I thought it was just really pretty dress. So it's quite billowy in the sleeves. It's got lovely big sleeves, and it has this sort of big sash around the waist. And you can either make a top version or a dress version. I just thought that was really pretty. I mean, ideally I wanted to make that for Christmas, but that didn't happen. But you can see on the back, it is just quite a large dress, which you then cinch in with your tie. But yeah, I thought that was quite a nice pattern, that one. Again, it probably is going to be a summer make. That'd be quite nice for something fancy, wouldn't it? I am actually going to the ballet in March, so maybe I can make it for then, but we'll see. Again, for that one, the fabric types is silky types, crepe de chine, double georgette, and soft lightweight cottons, gauze, cotton lawn, soft lightweight linens. So yeah, lots of options for that one. But I'm looking forward to making that one. Hopefully it will work out and I will look okay in it and it won't look hideous on me. And then the next pattern, This one was a buy because I'd seen loads of people on Instagram making this or had made this, and it looked really nice. However, it was a bit of a, I'm not sure if it's going to suit me because this kind of style dress doesn't really suit me. But I thought, you know, I'm going to give it a go and make it work for me. This is the Mccall's dress, and it's a Mccall's 7948. And you've probably seen it loads of times, this one. It's quite a popular one. It's a kind of buffet dress. And again, you get the different sleeve options. You'd have sleeveless or one with a little frill. And then this one, it's a longer sleeve or 3/4 length sleeve with the frill. And it's kind of tiered version. And then just a regular version, I think. Is that one? Yeah. Yeah, I think you can have different fabrics maybe for that one. That one's been done in a sort of lovely, what's that fabric called? When it's got holes in it. It'll come to me at some point. It's that one anyway. But yeah, I really like that pattern. I've got no idea if it's going to suit me. Probably not, but I can make it. If it's rubbish, just wear it around the house when it's hot. Might be nice for a big floaty round the house job. There's a Mccall's again, and it's 8036. And it's this one here. So I don't like what they've made that one on the photo. It just looks a bit weird to me, that one. I don't like the big billowy sleeve thing. I don't like the big sleeves going on there. I think they've made this in a cotton or a stiff fabric. I wouldn't use a fabric like that. I would use either viscose or challis or rayon to make this dress. Maybe even a crepe. I think it's a nice dress. This version of what I do, probably B. I'd probably do B, the version, that one there, with the little tie and the sleeves and the V-neck. So I think it's a cross. Yeah, it's crossover on the front. I liked that one with the buttons down it, but that picture's putting me off that one. I just think I don't want it to look like that. I don't think I'd make that one with the frill on the front. I've had dresses like that before from shop bought ones, and they don't really suit me. They're not really my thing. I'm not really good with frills. I think I've said this a million times. I'm not good with frills. On to the next pattern. This one I absolutely love, 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 love this pattern, and I've been hankering after this pattern for a long time. And it's Mccall's 7974. And I think it's beautiful, absolutely stunning. I love all the versions on this one. The only one I don't like is, again, the sleeves. I'm a bit picky about the sleeves. I'm a bit funny about sleeves. I've got to be a good sleeve. I don't really like that sleeve. I don't think that would work on me, that sleeve. I mean, I'm sure it's probably beautiful on lots of people, but just not me. So I would go with that sleeve, probably that as well as a nice sleeve, and also sleeveless. I just love the panel in the middle, the sort of panel that goes and then the buttons down. It looks quite vintage, and I just think it's a lovely pattern. For the fabrics for that one, it says cotton blends, crepe, lawn, chameuse. Can't say that, chameuse. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see the line drawings on that one. Probably not very well. No, it's not really going to focus, but yeah, I really love that one. Can't wait to make that one. I wanted to make that one quite soon. That one is called Addie. So you can see the names at the bottom, Addie. So yeah. So yeah, the fabric that I have purchased to make that butterick pattern, this one, the cowl neck. And again, I think I got this idea from watching Rach from Stitched Up. I've mentioned her, I mentioned her name like a ton of times, like a million times in my last vlog. I'm completely obsessed with her. It's at the end of it, when I rewatched the vlog, I was like, oh, how many times have I said Rachel from Stitched Up? I think I'm in love with the woman. But I do really, really love her vlogs. So anyway, she's made a cowl neck top, and that's really why I wanted to get a cowl neck top made, so I can look like Rachel I'm stitched up. So anyway, I've bought some Lady Mccall jersey. So I think this is a viscose jersey. And I bought it at the same time as the patterns. And I could only afford to buy a metre. So I've just bought a metre to make this top, and I'm hoping that I can squeeze that top out of this metre. But I thought this was lovely, this little ditzy print where it's red and little blue flowers on a black background. So yeah, this is my first Lady Mccall fabric. I've never bought any before, again, because it's always a little bit out my price range. But I have had a thought this year. I don't do resolutions, but I had a thought this year that I'm going to try and curb my spending on lots of little things that I tend to do. I tend to like buy lots of little things, and essentially if I stop buying lots of little things and just save the money, then I can afford to buy nicer fabrics. So that's my thing this year that I want to try and do, is stop spending money so much on other things so I can buy more fabric essentially and buy more patterns and sew more. So yeah, I thought that was lovely. It's got a lovely weight to this actually, and I'm hoping that will be nice. I mean, the pattern does actually say it needs a medium weight, moderate stretch knit. So it does actually say cotton knits. So I'm hoping that this viscose jersey is going to be okay. I would imagine so, because it's a cowl neck. You want it to drape. So I was thinking a cotton jersey might be a bit stiff, might look a bit weird, but anyway, I've bought this one, and I think it is going to be, you know, okay, cute. Wear it with jeans, might look quite nice. And I also bought the Mccall's 7969, and this one is called Tracy. Now you may have seen this pattern loads of times from people making this dress. Again, it's one that I've tried to avoid buying because I don't think it's going to suit me. I did think that maybe making some sort of tie to go around the seam at the top to cinch it in would be a good idea. I know that people have done that with the Tilly and the Buttons pattern. I can't remember what it's called. Indigo, the indigo dress. By putting a little tie cord around the waist area, you can cinch it in and make it look a bit more flattering. So I might do that with that pattern. So yeah, I resisted that one for quite a long time. I give in to these things, peer pressure of looking at Instagram and seeing all the lovely versions, and I just cave and just buy it. So that's another one I bought. And this is another Mccall's pattern that I've purchased, and this is 6964, and again it's a top pattern. I quite liked the versions with sleeves and the almost boat neck on there. I do quite like the sleeveless version as well, and the V-neck version. So I have got a pattern that's very similar to this. It's a thread count pattern, but the instructions for doing the V is really, really bad and really terrible. So I wanted to find another pattern which has the V shape on the front so that it has a better instruction. I'm hoping this is going to have better instructions anyway. But yeah, I just liked the fact that it has an actual proper neck band going around it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to making some of those this year, perhaps for the springtime and the summer, sleeveless version for the summer. But again, that's another pattern I've been looking at for a while, and when it came around it was half price. Just thought I'll grab that one now while I can. And so yeah, recently I subscribed to Simply Sewing magazine because they had an offer on. I think it was you got 6 months or 6 issues for £15, which I thought the time was quite a good deal because they're about £10 per magazine each time I was buying them. It's kind of a bit of a waste of money. And we've had some really, really good patterns from it. So we got this one, which is the Zadie Dress, which is a Tilly and the Buttons pattern. I thought I actually quite like this. It's for jersey fabrics. And so yeah, I'm really, really pleased that that came up as a free pattern. Again, I really like the idea of making more jersey dresses. And then the next one was the Jenna Dress by Hand London. Now I actually have this pattern already, but I bought it in PDF form and I hadn't actually got it printed out yet, so I am going to hold on to this because it saves me having to print it out because I can't be bothered printing out, sticking the PDF together. So yeah, I'm really pleased that that come up because I really love that dress. I bought it because I really love the sleeve detail. Whether you get the little tie on the sleeve, and I love that. And then this version, I love the little collar on it, the Peter Pan collar. I thought that was a really cute little dress, so I'm really pleased that that came up as well. And then the other pattern that was a really good one was the Fleur Blazer. So it's a jacket, and again, I thought it was really nice. Little jacket pattern. I have stacks of jacket patterns again. My little coat obsession. That's all I had to talk about today. Just a few things that I've been purchasing. And I don't feel too guilty about the purchases because I had some money stashed ready for when I was going to pay my tax return and any money that I needed to give the tax man and my national insurance. However, on doing my tax return last week, end of last week, I finished it. Really nice feeling when you get that filed. I didn't really make much money throughout the whole lockdown period, so I didn't need to pay any tax. So the money that I had saved for paying anything is now free. So obviously I've got to pay other things that are coming up, other bills that I need to pay. But yeah, I thought I've got a little bit of cash there that I can spend on a few patterns, cheeky bit of fabric, and yeah, and so yeah, that's all I've got to talk about. That's it. Hope you liked the vlog, and I shall see you next week for perhaps a rundown of what I made in January. I hope you're all having a lovely day and you've had a great week and you have an amazing weekend and you get lots of sewing done. Shall also see you next time. Take care. As always, sending you loads of love. Bye.